Hi friends, just a quick message. If you are enjoying the content of this channel and you think you would like to take the time to support me, anything is appreciated, even $1 a month if you want to. Check out the link down below. Patron. Thank you. Namaste and enjoy your meditation.
Welcome to Cory's Conscious Living. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Make sure that you're laying down comfortable. Everything feels right in your room. The lights are just right. Your covers are just right. Maybe you're snuggling your teddy or your toy. Whatever makes you feel comfortable for bed. And then when you lay down in bed, make sure that you've got out all of the wiggles. You can do this right now by squeezing your hands really tight and then letting them relax. Squeeze your arms really tight to your body and then let your arms relax. Tense your tummy and your chest. Squeeze everything up. Lift your head up. Squeeze really tight and then relax. Tighten all the muscles in your legs and scrunch your feet up, squeezing your toes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax. So now let yourself be still and heavy so that you can listen to the story. Caitlin was a very lucky little girl. Her mummy and her sister bought her a horse. The horse's name was Harvey. He was a very handsome horse, very kind and sweet and loving. Caitlin loved Harvey. What Caitlin's mum and sister didn't know that Harvey wasn't just an ordinary horse. Harvey, in fact, had a secret that only Caitlin knew about, a secret that was their secret. Harvey was a unicorn. That's right, he wasn't just an ordinary horse. In the day and to everyone else, he looked like Harvey the ordinary horse. Yes, he was kind and sweet and loving, but that's about it. There wasn't anything special about how he looked. He didn't have a unicorn horn. He wasn't rainbow colored. He didn't have sparkles coming out of his ears. So no one suspected the truth. But the truth was, when the sun went down at the end of the day, and the moon came up and the stars came out in the sky, Harvey became a unicorn. One of the most favorite things in the world for Caitlin is to climb on Harvey's back when all the rest of the world was asleep and fly high in the sky with Harvey. She would wait till the whole house went quiet, and then she would go downstairs, go out back to the barn, rub Harvey's nose and give him a kiss in the center of his forehead, and all of a sudden the magic would happen. There would be lightning and sparkles and balloons and rainbows and bells, all these wonderful sounds and colors. And then Harvey would be standing there, the unicorn. She would climb up on his back and say, "Let's go somewhere special tonight. Somewhere that's a secret between me and you. Take me somewhere special, Harvey." And Harvey would say, Hold on tight, Caitlin. Are you ready? He would move his hooves on the ground as if he was preparing himself, and then all of a sudden they would be up over the barn, up over the trees, up over all the houses around. He would keep going up, going higher and higher in one direction. Harvey knew exactly where he would take her tonight. He would take her to one particular star, a star where only the rock people lived. They were going higher and higher, higher and higher, higher still, until it felt like Caitlin had been flying for the longest time. Going higher and higher, and higher and higher, up through the clouds, up towards the stars, up past the moon even, until they got to one particular star. A star that when they landed on it looked very rocky. There was no one in sight. Just bumps all over the earth, rocks, gravel, hills in the background. Caitlin looked at Harvey and said, "Why are we here? Where are we?" Harvey said, "This is the star where the rock people live. Watch." All of a sudden, Harvey lifted his front hooves and clapped them together 3 times. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And then he placed his hooves back down on the ground, and all of the rocks started to move. What looked like big rocks all around her were actually tiny little rock people. When they moved and opened up, they were like turtles. They had arms and legs and heads, and big smiley faces with big smiley eyes. It turns out that rock people like to hug. And they hugged Caitlin, and they hugged Harvey, hugged and hugged and hugged. Lots of hugging on this particular star. They hug each other, they pile up into piles of rocks, and to everyone else in the world, to everyone else in the universe, it just looks like a star made of rock. But it isn't. It's a star made of rock people. The cutest little rock people ever. And they don't talk, they just walk around and go about their day and hug each other and they look so happy and friendly and sweet. What a cool place, thought Caitlin. They stayed at this particular star for the longest time until it felt like Caitlin had hugged all of the rocks individually, and they all hugged differently. Each one of them had their own signature hug. Some hugged really, really tight. Some hugged just gentle and soft. Some of them hugged her and tapped her on the back while they hugged her. She felt like she knew all of the rock people by the time she hugged them, just from hugging. Who would have thought that something as simple as a hug could tell you so much about a person? After some time, Caitlin got back on Harvey and they decided to fly down. They flew down through the stars, down past the moon, back down through the clouds, down to the trees and the houses, until eventually she could spot her own house. They landed on the ground safely. And then all of a sudden, Caitlin felt herself turning over in bed. She opened her eyes a little bit and saw the clock on her bedside table, and it said 2 a.m. She was sleepy, her eyes were heavy, her body was heavy. She had everything in her mind about Harvey being a unicorn, the rock people, the star, the journey, all of their hugs, how wonderful and cute and sweet they were. All of it was in her mind. But was it real? She couldn't tell. She didn't know if it was real or if it was a dream. But she really loved the idea of Harvey being a unicorn. Harvey was definitely a unicorn. Wasn't he? Wasn't he?